Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, and I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground.
Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson, dude. We got Aaron going beast mode on the sticks, dude. What up, Aaron, dude?
What up?
Dude, freaking chilling, fired up. Huge announcement right off the bat. We've got a release date. Now, it's a, quote, soft date. Who knows? Things are evolving, things are changing, but it's looking like October 29th, 2024. The special drops. The title? First time I've ever said it. Making Memories. So, let's fucking go. It's going to be on ATC's YouTube. Free for all. It's a frickin' free for all. So, cruise over to ATC's YouTube. It's going to be there. Check it out. More to come on that. But if you're listening right now, you're the first to hear. So, let's go.
I didn't even know the title till just now, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Aaron just found out right now with you. My wife doesn't even know the title.
Oh.
No, she doesn't know anything, dude. Hiding it from her. I'm hiding it.
Gotta keep those fires warm.
I'm being a naughty little bad boy hiding that from my wife. She'll never find out. She'll never watch, dude. He's like, yeah, dude, not for me. Kidding, dude. No, my wife supports me, love her. She did. She watched both shows. Oh, yeah. And she's seen me do a million shows. She's seen me do open mics. Brutal. Brutal. That's a sign of love. It's like basically someone showing up to watch you shoot hoops in the backyard is the equivalent of that as opposed to your game. But fired up, dude, traveling, bro, hitting the road with the boys a little bit. We were in Austin, Texas. Great time. Went to the Mothership, dude. Yeah. We were actually performing at the Creek in the Cave. Great venue. Good people. Had a nice IPA out there called the Stash IPA. Dank.
Oh, wow.
Stayed at a haunted hotel. Ooh. This episode's going to come out in October. So, ooh. Spooky season, we stayed at this place called the Driscoll, haunted, 5th floor, room 525. I was staying on the 5th floor, not happy about it. Kept Sports Center on all night because ghosts don't like the recap.
They hate Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, they hate SVP, dude. They can't handle him.
Looks just like him.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of has a ghostly hue to him, even though I love Scott SVP, love him. Kept all the shades open, windows open, barely slept. So that was a disaster. There's a haunted painting. They have paintings of a little girl just standing by herself, like from the Ring. Why? Of course that's haunted. Yeah, dude. Every little girl, as far as I'm concerned, is a ghost. That's all I know. Anytime a little girl's in a dress, that's a ghost, dude. She's not real.
Yeah.
You got to go up and try to push her over.
I don't allow Ruby to whisper.
Yeah, Aaron's smart. He's smart.
No.
Yeah, never let a little girl whisper, dude.
I'd rather you scream.
Good call. Great call. And then put her hair up in a bun. Never let that hair come forward over the face, Ring style. Never let that happen. Yeah, can't be having that. I'm out. I'm out on all that type of stuff, dude. Any little kid in a suit or a dress, ghost. Yep. But I'm fired up. Speaking of my travel, so Austin was great, minus the haunting. Was just in Philly, city of brotherly love. What up? Didn't make it out for a cheesesteak.
Oh.
I know, but I did taste some history. I did go to this place called McGillen's, the oldest bar in Philadelphia. Had a bowl of chili is what they were known for. I was with my buddy Willie eating a bowl of chili, and he ordered a bottle of white wine with the chili, and I got to tell you, it was a great call.
Wow.
It was really complimented it. And we got a nice, authentic Philly experience. We sat next to a true Philadelphia fan watching the Chiefs-Bengals game. And, of course, Philly fans hate the Chiefs because the Super Bowl, I guess they were robbed in a call. I don't remember it, but it's very vivid in this guy's mind. And he's sitting there. The amount of outbursts of, literally guys, fuck that. Oh, like huge outbursts, yelling as if they're by themselves in their own living rooms or sitting in traffic alone, and how it's completely socially acceptable.
Or in a crowd of Philly fans. Yeah.
Dude, totally. Like it's totally fine. But it's like, it's so funny because the bar was peppered with these individual outbursts of maniacs. One of the guys sitting right next to me, nicest guy in the world, but when he didn't see something go the way he liked, would just yell, outburst, mother effer, everything. And the best part is his wife sitting there, not skipping a beat, just talking like, hey, you got to go check out Jimmy's, check out Delisano's, great chili cheesesteak. I'm like, oh, try if I can. So nice, authentic experience.
When you said you got a taste of history, I was like, oh, do you lick the Liberty Bell?
Yeah, I went up, I darted the crack of the Liberty Bell, dude. Just went up right on there. You can touch it, can't you?
I don't know. I doubt it.
I went there when I was a kid on like a field trip, I think. Yeah, maybe it's in glass. Because it got cracked.
Well, yeah.
Back in the day. I forget how that happened. We should probably do that. Probably should have done that. I think I want to do History's Dank on the Constitution. I think that'd be pretty sick. And it was written in Philly.
Sure.
Independence Hall. But I was inspired by Philly. Maybe you're thinking, hey, we're going to do a Rocky Sly Stallone, the Tulsa King himself. Hey, you know what I'm saying, Gondola? This might be the worst Sly Stallone impression ever. Just, you know what I'm saying?
It's not great.
I just sound like I'm chewing.
But also, Rocky was not a Philadelphia accent, even slightly.
That's true, Adrian, you know what I mean?
The Brooklyn Bronx.
Maybe like you talk like this. I don't know. Maybe I should just stop doing it. I just kind of sound like a guy who maybe had jaw surgery. And I'm trying to order a smoothie at Jamba Juice. Make sure there's no seeds or berries. You're going to need just banana and peanut butter. That's it. We're talking about Philly, the city of brotherly love. Today, I surprised you all. I didn't even put it in the title, but this episode is a motherfucking dank-off, baby. Woo. Let's go. We're doing a dank-off. We're doing most significant bros in history. So brothers who have contributed to history, bettered society, through their interworkings or whatever it be. I'm going to surprise you, whether it be through an invention, whether it be through something they achieved athletically, or maybe storytelling, or, just their good dank shit like that. So we're going to get into it. As per usual with the dank off, I'm going to go through here in no particular order.
Yeah.
Then we're going to come back. Aaron and I are going to rank them, and then we're going to find our dankest, okay? We're going to rank them and dank them. That's what we do, baby. So without further ado, you're probably thinking in your head, Strider, well, who's he going to go with first? Brothers that I know, and probably the brothers that you thought of first is the Wright, pun intended, answer. The Wright brothers with a W, Orville and Wilbur. Classic old guy names.
Classic.
Orville and Wilbur, sort of dude, these guys wore Velcro shoes. I don't even think Velcro was invented then.
Nope.
Would have been on this list if brothers invented it, but they didn't. December 17th, 1903, these self-taught engineers from Dayton, Ohio, what up, ushered in the era of flight. So all this traveling I'm doing, Austin, Philly, none of it's possible without Wilbur and Orville. Though they're from Ohio, Kitty Hawk, great name. Sounds like an OnlyFans model name, if I'm going to be honest with you. Kitty Hawk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kitty Hawk Tua. I mean, I had to do it.
An anime character.
Definitely an anime. Good call. She can harness the power of the moon or something like that, or you can talk to cats. Cruise around sort of a cat woman, and then maybe can turn into a bird. Yeah, I mean, what am I doing? Why am I getting too crazy? She's half cat, half hawk. I mean, come on. All I know is her character has good eyesight.
Yeah.
9 lives. So they got off the ground for 12 seconds, which is a long time sexually, if not aviationarily, flying. What I'm saying is it's a long time.
It's a long time on a bull.
Second flight, 59 seconds. That's a really long time.
Yeah.
That's how babies are made. 59 seconds.
Yeah.
Actually, probably 12 seconds, better chances. In any case, This historic journey. They picked Kitty Hawk because it has these dunes, a lot of wind, even though they do build an artificial wind tunnel to study the, exact parameters and the fucking geometry and the aerodynamics and physics of the wing that they wanted. It was a biplane. They study it in the wind tunnel, but then they need, obviously, to get it out there and do it for real. You know what I'm saying? So these brothers, they worked with a printing press, and then they owned a bicycle store. So it's kind of interesting where you're like, love the process. Like they had this, they say what made them fall in love with this idea of flight was their father got them like this paper airplane toy when they were younger, and they both really loved it. So as kids, they kind of always just had this in their imagination. And, their printing presses, they had a successful printing business. That's what they would use to fund their research in their first plane. And so they were good mechanics, smart dudes, successful business owners, and just kind of honestly embodying like the American dream, like going out there, coming up with an invention. They would check in. I misspoke a little bit. That plane that they got was actually a helicopter toy. So it would twirl and spin. And that's what they liked when their family was living in Iowa. They had this sort of mentor dude who, quote unquote, took them under their wing a little bit. This Octave Chantier guy. He's a leading civil engineer and authority on aviation. He was sort of a confidant with the brothers in their critical years from 1900 to 1905, when they were really bringing these their dreams. When their dreams were really taking flight. Look, I'm going to be full of puns in this segment. Once I get to a new set of brothers, I promise you, I'll land the puns. Oh, come on, I'll ground them. Oh, come on, okay, come on. Okay, without further delay, technically is an airline pun because you're always delayed when you fly. And which I do think the Wright brothers would be disappointed if they saw the way they pack us in like sardines nowadays.
Yeah.
Not classy, can't even have a cigarette, No. I imagine when flight was really taken off in the 60s after World War II, there was probably a no women talking zone on flights, and like you just listen area, and then men would only talk. Probably bad vibe on Pan Am, dude. How are you supposed to, further your relationship or join the Mile High Club? Come on, let's be honest. I think the Wright brothers would be impressed with people peeing in altitude. The fact that humanity's at a place now where you can drop a deuce at 30K feet, amazing. It's amazing. I do have a no deuce on plane policy just for myself, unless it's a real emergency.
Yeah. If you can avoid it.
If you can avoid that, avoid it at all costs.
But let me tell you, man, these international flights on a A380, which is it's not Boeing. It's what the other brand.
Airbus, maybe?
Airbus, yeah. Airbus A380. Whew.
Yeah, you get on
that
one of
is
those.
a luxurious bathroom.
Yeah, they got some nice spacious ones. And you can go take a deuce in a different whole like section of the plane, like main cabin, like back cabin. You go way to the back.
Oh, yeah.
Good call.
Back by the duty free.
Yeah, the duty. Oh,
There's
Aaron.
Duty free on the plane.
Getting a nice pun in there. Exactly. I love that. Aaron.
I think they have showers on the plane.
Sometimes they do on those nice ones, yeah. Usually I fly just like American, whatever, still packing in like sardines.
Yeah.
As long as I get a movie, can watch Interstellar for some reason, always.
Or The Dark Knight.
The Dank Knight, absolutely. I'll always watch. Dude, just crushing Nolan, dude, up there, you know what I'm saying? So they test their plane in Kitty Hawk, September 1903. They take off.
Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, correct. Not Kitty Hawk's OnlyFans. And 10:35 in the morning, December 17th, 1903, Orville made the first successful flight covering 120 feet, 36 meters through the air in 12 seconds. Wilford flew the second flight, 175 feet, 53 meters in 12 seconds. That was on his first attempt. Orville's second flight, his second attempt, 200 feet, 60 meters in 15 seconds, so on and so forth, and they got up to like 59 seconds. Anyway, it was only witnessed by 5 local citizens. They wanted to protect their plane. They wanted to protect their patent. They ground their operation after that, and without anybody ever seeing. This is what great foresight is, because they know, dude, you're going to get ripped off, dude. That's part of the American dream, dude. That's capitalism. Someone's going to take your great idea, what you do best. Someone's going to do it a little bit worse and cheaper and undercut you. That's how it goes. We love that in this country. Wright brothers are trying to circumvent that, even though it does end up happening later. But they negotiate. They get a contract. October 1905. They have to remain aloft for up to 39 minutes at a time, performing circles and maneuvers before the, like these, it's military contracts that they want to sign. And then they're going to make like 120 units or whatever. They want a co-pilot in there. And they cease flying after they're able to hit that 39-minute mark. Then they go into their selling and getting the patent and all that type of stuff. And they end up reeling out planes, and World War I's around the corner, and the rest, as they say, is history. So another thing that I, just because we're doing the dank-off, I could do more on the Wright brothers for sure, but their patent process and all that is pretty amazing. They're smart the way they go by it. Tons of lawsuits. One of the brothers, I think maybe Orville, one of them passed away early, I think maybe Wilbur. Orville lived a pretty long life. Ended up like selling his shares of the company, and then later on, that's how it goes, man. He doesn't go all Daniel Plainview, where the guys are trying to buy him out and build the line. He's like, you don't tell me. I can't bring my oil to the ocean. I'll bring my new fake best friend out there, abuse him the entire time, and we'll get to the ocean, then I'll murder him. That's what I'll do, my boy, H.W. If I was ever doing a business deal, I would always talk like this. Whenever I'm doing a fantasy trade, I'll trade Khalil Shakir. I'll trade you Dak Prescott, and I'll send you over Michael Pittman Jr. has been underperforming, but he could go off if Richardson figures it out. You don't tell me. That's how I do a fantasy trade, dude. My wife and I are trying to decide what's for dinner. Well, we had Mexican food last night, and we seem to always make pasta at home. If we're going to eat out, let's get Indian. Well, let's drive there. Why order in? No one's ever there. The place is heavily staffed, family-run business, which I appreciate. You're my wife, dank ass. Let's go there. I had to get somewhat of an impression in today. I'm just feeling it. The Rocky wasn't happening. The next one, and here's a little bit of a curveball.
Ooh.
I'm throwing some bad boys on here.
Oh, boy.
Frank and Jesse James.
Okay,
All right? I'm going with maybe the biggest outlaw brothers in history. Also, another set of Americans here. These were bad guys. In the Civil War, they were Confederate guerrillas. Bad guys. And sort of what's interesting about this is, and part of what piracy is, the era of piracy is the narrative that's built around them. Now, granted, these guys did perform atrocities. They had robbed banks. They butchered 22 Union soldiers in a massacre at it's called the Centralia Massacre, and sort of that was the defining moment of these men, that they would become these traveling bank robbers, not settling in, not picking up the pitchfork after taking the L in the Civil War. These guys go, no, we're going to keep riding, we're going to rob your money, we're going to live the lifestyle that we wanted to always live. They have their territory where they rob, Missouri, sort of in the South. They venture up to things go bad. Actually, let's not skip that yet. Let's just get into the legend, because that's what I really want to focus on, is the legend. These are the biggest legends, and these anti-heroes, right? These ex-Confederate soldiers, this newspaper editor named John Newman Edwards, they construct this myth together of a heroic Southern fighter, this sort of Robin Hood style narrative, try to helping poor Missourians, crushed under the weight of this union that they have to be beholden to. Jesse's proclaiming innocence for specific crimes while wearing a general outlaw mantle. He's trying to have his cake and eat it too. He's like, we're not thieves. Edwards writes Jesse's words, we were bold robbers. I'm proud of the name. For he likens himself to Alexander the Great was a bold robber. Julius Caesar, Napoleon Bonaparte. Technically not really wrong about that, about those guys. But in any case, I think those guys were still the leaders of nations. Jesse James is just cruising around and robbing banks. They had about a 500-mile base of operations. They get greedy, as it always goes. They get greedy. They go a little bit farther north. They go up to Minnesota. Okay. The They go there. The bank robbery is a disaster up in that area in Minnesota. You know, there's no toleration for former rebels up there, even though Minnesota has its own issues and was actually a popular vacation place for wealthy Southern slaveholding aristocrats. The general population up there, if they saw some former rebels robbing a bank, they're going to shoot you. You're going to get gunned down. They're not going to say, hey, let's capture them and put them on a trial. It's like, no, we're going to shoot you. Their gang gets ganked. Only Jesse and Frank escape, forced to live in Tennessee under assumed identities. Frank, he enjoys the quiet life. You know, he's able to turn a corner here. But Jesse, restless, addicted to the surge. Dude, he needs the juice. Even though he's got a son and wife who you got to feel bad for in this story. He's like, look, I need more money-making schemes. He's kind of becoming an annoying cousin at this point. Hey, man, cool, yeah, dude, here's the thing. We can go do this, and we'll make bank, we'll make money, dude, let's go. It's like, dude, just calm down. Just shut up. Returns to crime in 1879. He's got, at that point, they're saying the politics in Missouri has changed here a little bit. His new gang, none of them are actual ex-soldiers, so they're kind of not this, you know, at least in their own mind, this identity of Robin Hoods and trying to uphold old Dixie or whatever the hell they were trying to do. It's just a bunch of criminals. They get the governor's like, nope, fuck these guys. Like I said, sympathy's gone. It's a new governor. It's not a former Confederate guy. Maybe he was, but at least not presenting that way. He's saying $10,000, bring them dead or alive. April 3rd, 1882, Jesse gets a bullet in the back of the dome, dude. And you can watch that.
The Coward
movie.
Robert Ford.
The Coward Robert Ford. I never saw that movie. Was it good?
It's good, yeah.
I heard it's long.
It is. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah. So that's on our list here. And just brothers riding together, doing sort of what they want, you know, in this glorified Robin Hood narrative, which is one that we love. And I've done this episode on Robin Hood, so I kind of have a soft spot for it. And there's sort of pirates on horses. You know, and then the brothers have to go their separate ways, and one lives and the other doesn't, and you know, live fast, die hard type story here. But just that idea, the power of the printing press and controlling your narrative and is something that is always potent, you know what I mean, and will never go away in any iteration, whether it be social media or whatever comes next. Fucking AI, dude. Legit, what up, dude? This AI, dude. And speaking of the power of storytelling, coming up next, Wilhelm and Jakob Grimm. The brothers Grimm.
Yeah, okay.
Fairy tales. You Cinderella story, you know. You get Cinderella, you get Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. These guys are like linguists. They study the etymology of word, but also this litany of German folklore and history and oral tradition, and write down these folk tales and put them in a storybook format for in Germany. You know, you have the kiddies, the kinders. Your kindergarten is where Germany, they're responsible for that word and for that part of our culture here in the United States, as well as the Christmas tree. But the brothers Grimm create these fairy tales to be passed on to, most likely from oral tradition, you know, stories for children. But and then of course Disney kind of takes and G-rates them, because if you read the real ones, they're terrifying. Yeah. Hansel, Gretel, very terrifying fairy tales. They compile, you know, tons of other stuff too, folk music, all sorts of philology. That's what they liked. They were professors and lecturers. They did push back against the German government when it would become, you know, these monarchs, and were banned from certain cities at different times for being like, look, man, we like you, but we don't stand for your ideals. They'd like do really well-written letters for like entire faculty. Then they'd have to leave and go, you know, work under some wealthy statesman and do their research there. They studied the Romantics. They looked at the literary traditions, most famously Germany, but all of Scandinavia, Spain, Netherlands, Ireland, Scotland, Serbia, Finland. Stories like Little Red Riding Hood, Rumpelstiltskin, another terrifying story, one of the most terrifying characters ever, Rumpelstiltskin. So you get all these folk tales, so inspiring generations of children and instilling the ideals of, hey, what's right and wrong. Also, you know, can you trust strangers or not? And if you make deals with these strange characters, what are the consequences? So just monumentally influential.
Sure.
You know, I don't know if you get you don't get Disney without the Brothers Grimm.
No.
Doesn't happen. And on top of just their story, the power of storytelling, huge. They wanted to preserve these foundations, and they wanted to return. They did want to return to the past. They were sort of MAGA-ish in that regard. They believed that, you know, maybe a little bit anachronistic. In any case, badass. They looked at what they were doing as science, though. They're like, this is scientific. Coming up next, you have the Marx brothers.
Oh, yeah.
No, Karl Marx did not have a brother. Maybe he did, but he wasn't of significance. These are I believe, 5 brothers: Groucho, Chico, Harpo, Zeppo. 5th brother, Gummo. Gummo, thank you.
Wait.
What you got to like about these guys? Autodidacts, little formal education. You know, they were surrounded by scholars and intellectuals. They love them. Scholars and intellectuals, the wealth. You know, look at Elon Musk. The guy wants to buy his way into SNL. These guys, they want to be also in the arts. If you're a billionaire, what else? You got a yacht. You got all these things. What do you want to do? You still want to be loved, which is actually kind of a good thing, because maybe if they don't, they'll just, you know, go up in their spaceship to Mars and rocket Earth or something. But maybe that's a good thing. And they're surrounded by intellectuals like, you know, T.S. Eliot, George Gershwin. They are an innately talented family. They're gifted musically. They're a gift of gab, timing. You know, they're influenced by sort of Commedia dell'arte. They're taking that and bringing that act to radio, first stage, and then eventually television. So they hit all the mediums. They lay a foundation for, you know, all the comedy shows that we love, SNL. Before that, you know, what is it, the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour or whatever. All the late night shows. Most famously, the quiz show You Bet Your Life debuts with Groucho in 1947. Groucho's the most famous brother.
Yeah.
So, you know, and they signed these picture deals with Paramount. They sort of put studios on the map with their comedies. They have some flops, but they have some undeniable hits. They'd usually sign like 3 picture deals. They would play, you know, they had famous silly characters, slapsticky to a degree. They played a lot of thick-headed shysters, but with heart of goals, which I love. I'm into that. It's kind of our bro characters that we do. I love it. So, yeah, man. Pretty badass. You go back and watch it now, you're kind of like, okay, whatever. But iconic, groundbreaking, and foundation laying comedy. And 5 brothers. That's got to be nice. That's got to mean something for our dank-off here. If we're talking brothers, okay?
Yeah. It's really only the 3.
True.
It was only Chico, Harpo, and Groucho.
True. When did the Three Stooges come about? After them, right?
They might have been earlier, because they were starting the silent era, I think. But they weren't brothers.
Not brothers, so it doesn't count. Curly Moe and Stu, fuck you. How's that? Coming up, this is going to be controversial here. Maybe they shouldn't even be on the list, but I'm putting them on there. Payton and Eli Manning.
Sure.
I wanted some athletes on this list.
Sure.
4-time Super Bowl MVP, Payton Manning. Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. Eli, 2-time champ. And I love that he beat Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
Twice.
I love it. He's got the GOAT by the collar. I love it. He sheared the GOAT, baby. I love it. I think he only shears sheep, but he sheared a goat. At least he didn't fuck the goat.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. I mean, they're huge. They're durable. It's a skill. The family. Now we have Arch Manning over at Texas Longhorns. He's going to be the next guy. You know, Archie Manning, their dad, he was a beast in his own right. And also Cooper Manning was a freaking beast. I think he was a wide receiver and a total freak of nature, but he got like a freak injury and had to hang up the cleats. So you've got three brothers who are badass, but really Eli and Manning, perhaps the most successful duo of brothers in history of the NFL.
Yeah.
So, and it's the premier position in American sports. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. You like basketball, point guard. I mean, you know, Michael Jordan is a star, his international name. But if we're talking in the United States, it's fucking the quarterback. Yeah.
Back off.
Payton and Eli.
Back off, Kelsey brothers.
Kelsey brothers, get out.
Yeah.
Although huge, but quarterback's where it's at. All right. You know, Payton famously a Colt for many years. Eli, I think a lifetime New York Giant for those of you across the pond. Payton got a Super Bowl with the Broncos. For the haters, you're going to say.
He got one with the Colts, too.
Oh, yeah, he did get one with the Colts. You're right. That upset, yeah, against the Saints.
No, they beat the Bears.
Oh, they beat the Bears, and they lost to the
In
Saints,
Miami.
that Hank Basket one. Bears team was bad. You know, if you're going to knock Payton, you're going to say that Bears team was bad, although it was an amazing defense. And then his defense in Denver really won that Super Bowl. I think Von Miller might have been Super Bowl MVP that year. He basically broke Cam Newton's brain in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rank them and dank them.
Was that 5?
I think that was 5. We got Wright brothers, Jesse James. We got Jesse and Frank James.
Yeah.
We got the
Grimm.
Wright brothers, Jesse brothers, Grimm's,
Oh, Marx. And then,
Marx brothers,
yeah,
and then the Payton and Eli.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5 for me, I think is going to be Payton and Eli, just because it's sports.
Yeah.
And they didn't like do what they did together. I kind of like if they do stuff together
Sure. Okay.
in this. So I'm going to go with Payton and Eli, number 5. And it's not quite as global. It's just really the United States, still amazing, though. What's your number 5, Aaron?
Okay. For that reason, I would put them number 5 as well then, because they weren't doing it together. You're right.
I like that. I would have liked if one was a receiver, one was a quarterback. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Like Payton to Cooper would have been sick, but
Yeah. Or like on the same team, one's offense, one's defense.
yeah, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
But still, they got to be on here. It's amazing.
Sure.
My number 4, I'm going with Jesse and Frank James.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Because, you know, they're Confederates, so fuck them. And then 2, I do love this idea of storytelling. I think we have stronger storytellers on this list. I think robbing banks is pretty, you know, they did murder people. That's bad. We don't want to support that, but it is glorified, like I mentioned, with that newspaper editor. So they did need some outside help. And then also, Frank hung it up, and Jesse went back out there. So he's like, dude, he should have stepped up and kept Jesse chilling and alive. Jesse kind of went on his own, but maybe that's stronger for the narrative that they're only work well when they're actually together, because the wheels fell off once Frank matured and settled down. So needless to say, might be definitely the most famous brother bank robbing duo in history.
Yeah.
But maybe Bonnie and Clyde are more famous.
Or Butch and Sundance.
Or Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, but not brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going number 4 for them there.
Sure.
Number
Are we gonna do honorable mentions at some point? Because
we should. I would. After this, I would love to get some honorable
Okay,
mentions in.
cool.
And sisters too. You know, the Serena Williams sisters.
Sure.
I mean, badass. for me, number 3, I'm going to go with the Marx Brothers.
Okay. I'm going to disagree there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where we split.
I love it, though. I love it. Who do you got at 3?
3. I'm going to go Grimm.
Okay. I feel like we're flip-flopping because my 2 is Grimm.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too.
I love it. That's cool. I just think the Marx Brothers, they sort of bring so many mediums to life through comedy and have so much inspiration for comedy that's reached everyone. Maybe I'm just really high on Disney right now with the idea of those fairy tales and how those stories are still being told, and they're the ones who but then again, they didn't write those stories. They discovered them and then brought them to life, but they're the first ones to do it.
I'm also going to say, as a father who has to watch all these a lot, Cinderella sucks.
Yeah, Cinderella does suck.
She's not a good queen. She's not a good princess.
No. Honestly, one of the lamest.
She takes it from the stepmother. It's not nice. Not cool. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
You're a proud woman.
True.
Your father raised you better.
Yeah, I mean, these ideals that are being glorified in these stories are more about like, hey, Prince Charming has to come in. The guy's got to come in and save her.
Yeah.
You know? Cinderella story. Snow White, creepy, rapey.
A little bit.
You know? Sleeping Beauty, definitely. Definitely. So, yeah. Maybe you're right to put that 3.
Maybe.
But, Red Riding Hood, pretty sick.
I do love the Marx Brothers. I think they still hold up.
Yeah, a lot of their stuff still does. I'm only saying where I'm like, if you could it's only just because the quality of it, really, not the digital and technical quality of it is the hard part. Yeah. The jokes and the themes that they're playing on still hold.
The physical gags.
Physical gags,
so good.
It's unreal. It's the physical comedy is unreal. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you for clarifying that, Aaron. Yeah. Okay, number 1's got to be the Wright brothers. I mean, the airplane. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
come on, bro. Get out of town. Good luck doing it without an airplane. Yeah, man, it's huge. It's changed. It's globalized the globe, which is the most profound statement I've ever said. Dude, these guys globalized the globe, dude. Yeah, bro. It's huge. It's huge. You don't get Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Without the Wright brothers, bro.
Nope.
No. Do I need to say anything else?
No.
Thank you. Thank you, dude. You don't get the Blue Angels. Dude, imagine if you were a Blue Angel, bro. If I talked about this before, I'm obsessed with these guys.
I don't know.
These guys seem cool. Yeah, I'm loving it. Aaron, I agree. I love the list. We're pretty similar. I love it. I honestly kind of like yours even more than mine. Give me your list. Give it to me. All right, honorable mentions before we get the hell out of here. What are we thinking? What are we feeling? Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
The Youngs in AC/DC.
Great call.
Malcolm and Angus.
Great call. Oh, the Oasis brothers. The I didn't put any the Gallagher's weirdos. I didn't put any musicians on here. Good call, dude.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, they were in a band for 50 some years till Malcolm died. So
that's big.
And they seem to get along. That's
big. There are other athletes.
There's a ton, yeah. The Bosas, the Watts.
Mm-hmm. Got
Kelsey, as we mentioned.
Yep. I'm trying to think in basketball. I know there's twins, the Lopez twins.
Yeah.
Biggest twins in history. But you got to get dubs. You got to win chips. You got to get rings, dude. Yeah, man. I freaking love it. I want more of it. Did I just unplug something? I hope I didn't. Oh, I just unplugged. That's fine. It's only the chord I used to play, the freaking dongle I used to play the song, which is a great sign. That any more honorable mentions? I mean, I'm feeling pretty stoked on this, dude.
The Phoenix brothers. River and Joaquin.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's pretty good.
Also the Von Trapp, not Von Trapps. Also a doe, a deer, a female. The Von Erickson brothers. The Von Erichs, right?
Yeah.
Iron Claw. Oh, man, a family, a cursed family.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the Hearts.
Yep, the Hearts. Yeah, as far as wrestling families go.
8 boys.
Yeah, exactly. The Hearts. Should have put them on there. That's a big one. Von Erichs, Hearts. the O'Doyles. You know, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, O'Doyle rules. Everyone has that group of brothers or the family where you're like, this family kind of annoys me, dude.
The McPoyles?
Yeah, the McPoyles. That's great, dude.
From Always Sunny.
That's hilarious. What a great name. Yeah, some families are annoying, dude. Shut up, dude. Dork brothers, dude, wearing the same turtlenecks at Christmas, dude. But these brothers that we talked about are pretty badass, pretty significant.
The Culkin brothers?
Oh, you're
Successful.
right. Yeah. Kiernan, dude. Beast.
Kieran McCauley.
Yeah, acting's the Baldwins.
Yeah. The Bridges.
Yeah,
Bo and
Bridges.
Jeff.
Good call. Good call. The Wahlbergs, dude. Donnie Wahlberg,
Yeah.
episode 5, Band of Brothers. Let's go.
Donnie's in. He's the catalyst of The Sixth Sense.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had some great roles. Some great roles. Dude, the Winklevi, bro.
The Winklevoss twins. Yeah. They've certainly affected the world.
They have. That's true. Absolutely true.
I feel bad. We got mostly white people.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. And my list is very Americanized.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. Like who are the internationals?
Yeah, there's got to be. Maybe we'll come back and do another episode, dude. International only, bros.
The Hemsworths.
Thank you, Aussies.
That's Aussies, yeah.
It's Aussies. Fucking like that. I like that a lot. There's got to be some like, Chinese poets or something that from like
Sure.
the, Zhou dynasty or something like that.
Yeah.
That were just badass.
Genghis Khan and his little brother Billy.
Kublai Khan, yeah, you're right. Those brothers. And then he had to gank one of his brothers for kind of the complete opposite and not brotherly love, dude. No Philadelphia there. Sick. All right. If we forgot some or any more global bros, put them in the YouTube section. Put them in the comments. Email me. Hit me up. I want to do more. I love suggestions. I love fire ideas and new inspiration. So please send me that way or anything. Fired up. Appreciate you freaking Dankatorians. Aaron, you're a beast. We'll catch you guys on the next one, dude. Friggin' lit.